Alright, hello people and welcome back to Mega Morrowind. 120 mods of pure pleasure. For those of you who watched the previous episodes, there was a person on Twitch who was trying to give me some ideas about some new mods to try out. Some of them, I'm sure that they are good mods, and may very well even be better than the mods that I have. But they will probably be a fairly big project for me to install. And it's most likely going to have an effect on my saved games. So I might do some of them. I might put some of them on. I don't really know. He had mentioned to me a little bit about these effects. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Hopefully that will help a little bit. He had said something about making this software accelerated rather than hardware accelerated. I'm not sure exactly whether or not that is going to help or hurt or mess things up, but I will consider a lot of that. And the last time, because I do get a lot of instability in this game, as you will have undoubtedly seen many times now. The game crashes, or I lose my sound, or I lose some of my graphics, so I would like some better stability, no doubt. It's just whether or not it's going to have whether or not there will be consequences as a result. In other words, if I've played the game with some of these mods, am I going to have to give up some of these mods? And is that going to ruin the game completely for, like, some of the items that I have? Are they going to disappear? I don't know how that's going to work. So I'm going to research a lot of that. We'll see. We'll see if that ends up working out. So I am off to try to find the place in here, the Dunerai Caverns, which are southeast of Ghost Gate. So I basically gotta come around here somewhere and then just work my way up, because I don't really have all that great of directions. And as you can see, I am almost overburdened here. I can only carry another 6 pounds of stuff. I believe I found that this was not it. Serrano Ancestral Tomb. See if I can make it up this. It's kind of a steep climb. I can. And I believe a foyoda is just a large trench. where I guess lava flowed at one point, so it created a trench. So it is in between those two Foyotas that it was speaking of. And I guess they named the Foyotas here. Oh yeah, let me save it. I don't think I'm going to get any more blue screens of death. My computer has been running very well. So I'm not too worried about that, but just in case. So just let me go over it, up and over this hill. I believe I have 1 point of magicka left, which is not enough for me to cast any spell, so I'm gonna have to drink a magicka potion. If I end up having to fight anything. So this is likely one of the Foyotas. And I'm just sneaking right now, just because it's, I don't know, sometimes it can be just a nuisance to have to fight all of those cliff racers. So I'm just trying to sneak by them. You know, that could be it right there. I am southeast of it, but I think I'm over too far. I don't think I've gone far enough yet, but I'll go check it out. Come on, we're up there. Yeah, see? That's why I didn't want to come out of my sneak. No, it's not it anyways. It's where I just came from, isn't it? Blech. That could be it. Let me wait for my fatigue to come back up. Alright, now I can... I think I saw a night sprite down there. Probably gonna have to fight it. Where did I see it? Right there, there it is. Let's save it. Okay, I think that was one of the lesser ones. They don't usually die that easy. Sanabi. It tells me what a Foyota is, but it doesn't tell me which ones are which. Okay, well this is not it. Scorpion tail. Thank you very much. Where is it? This is another part of Morrowind that some people don't really like too much. If you're playing Oblivion or Skyrim, you have a compass somewhere, usually up in the top corner, that kind of points out where things are within the vicinity. You just have kind of that mental foresight, I guess. With Morrowind, you don't have that. With Morrowind, you have to explore. You gotta look around. You gotta search. You wanna find something, you gotta look for it. Well, I kind of like that. Have I been here before? This place looks familiar. Yeah, guess not. There's Ghost Gate. Yeah, a lot of people don't really like that. A lot of people would rather have it just appear, so you just go there and begin the adventure or the quest or the dungeon. But I think that took out some of the suspense in the game when they went to Oblivion and Skyrim with that kind of a setup. You know, here you gotta put in some effort. You gotta look around a little bit. Area. Ooh. Alright. Attacking with the dagger is a little bit easier than attacking with the spear. With the spear, the only pretty much with each weapon that you hold, you have 3 different, of course this ain't gonna show it, but you have 3 different ways to attack, and each one does different amounts of damage. Well, with the spear, the only form of attack that does any kind of good damage is what's called a thrust. And the thrust is basically when you're either moving forward or moving backward when you attack. The other kinds is kind of like there's an overhead chop that does very little damage, and there is a sideways kind of swing, and that does very little damage. But with a dagger, all 3 forms of attack pretty much do about the same damage. So with a dagger, I can just stand there and just swing, 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 swing. Whereas with the spear, I kind of have to make sure I'm either moving forward or backwards in order to get the good damage in. Oh, there's a big scorpion. What do you say? Should I try it? I'm willing to try it, but not with a dagger. Wonder what kind of soul it'll have. Faster than I thought he would be. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Got it. giant scorpion. 1,000. Thank you very much. Speed. Okay, I have attacked enough with my dagger now. I don't need to attack anymore, and I probably should not. Oh, no, I'm about to go up another speed too. See, I did too much training with my speed. The goal is to have 10 skill levels when I go up a character level. I've already got my 10, and I'm only halfway there. So the rest is going to have to be the bow and arrow and conjuration. Athletics is about to go up. And I'm probably going to need more training in probably block. I don't know. We'll see how it progresses, but this could be it. Is it an egg mine? Dunerai Caverns. You've got to be kidding me. I just came to this one. This is the one I was just at. How did that happen? How did I backtrack? I know why, because I didn't use my handy dandy levitate thingy. And so I circled around, and maybe it was combat. Maybe when I went into combat I ended up turning around a little bit. Don't go back down there. That's where I just came from. Came north. It's gonna put me right at Ghost Gate. So I really don't want to go too much more to the west, because then I'll overshoot and I'll miss it. Yuck. Let's use a spear on this guy. Oh. It froze up right when it said, I hear a sound behind me. Hopefully, probably that's from a mod. know if that's a coincidence when it happened to freeze up just when whatever that was showed up. Where am I? Okay. That's the Arion Ancestral Tomb. I'm very curious to see what that is. I gotta see. Let's see if they attack me.
I suppose I could spare a moment or two.
Witch Hunter.
How interesting. A tourist.
Archer. Okay. Thought it'd be more interesting than that. There it is. Dunerai Caverns. Let me just go back and investigate that other thing where it crashed. Oh. Have I mentioned that I've got to make an item that cures disease? Luckily he didn't give me a blighted disease. Now I did save it, so I am probably just going to come back to this point. I just want to see if it's going to crash again.
Identify yourself.
At that spot.
Why aren't you at your post?
Whoa! Alright. Let me use levitation. So it was right around this area. I'm just gonna look and see real quick. I'm not even gonna cure my not even gonna cure my disease yet. I think I'm just gonna reload the last save. I think I was here. I went up and over. Go away. So you see, if you look at the spear, got 3 forms of attack. There's chop, slash, and thrust. Thrust is when you're moving forward and backwards, and that's what does the big damage. But with a dagger... Your three forms of attack are almost all identical in damage. Go away. So that's Arion. I went up and over. I'm up somewhere. Around here. I think I went in there. And then it said I hear a noise behind me. And then it crashed.
You will die.
Okay. Wow. Okay, well. At least it didn't crash. That was actually what I was really trying to find out there. Whether or not the game, that encounter will cause the game to crash. Kinda neat though, how they kinda just pop out of nowhere like that. Okay, I've been going for a half hour. Let me pause the recording, or break it up. Let me end the recording and I'm gonna start it right back up. So don't touch that dial. I'll be right back.